Hey everyone, and welcome back to the last video of Joyfess Episode 1, Martin's secret recipe. And now that we have the staff, we can go back to the village. And we can give it to the chief.
Look at what I found for you, Chief.
By the name of O'Hara, my dear staff! I never imagined I'd live long enough to thank a Pale Man. But you did well, Pale Man. That was well done. You really deserve what I'm about to give you now. Pale Man, I'm passing on to you the Golden Fortune statue.
Wow, Chief, I can't really believe you're... Wait, that's not golden. It's made of wood.
Wood that brings luck that is better than gold. Don't let the material world deceive you as it did your brethren, Paleface. You only have to believe, and the Golden Fortune statue will do the rest.
Yeah, right. So you're now going to dance to make it rain?
The great ones will make it rain. All we can do is show our humble need by exhibiting the sacred dance. It always takes time to convince the great ones of our need.
Looks like it's going to be a while before it rains. I'd rather see to my own business until then. Perhaps I should get back to gathering the remaining contents of the recipe.
So, instead of getting a golden statue...
It's, the wooden
It's
golden
wooden.
fortune statue the Chief gave me.
And if we go back to the town and talk to Joseph,
Let me tell you this story. The Indian chief lost his staff and promised to give whoever found it his golden fortune statue. I found the staff, and look what I got.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you see, that's what he calls golden. Golden fortune, he says. Who cares?
Well, it seems then that our friend was right. This valuable piece will earn you a small fortune.
Wait, what?
Yes, it's been a few months since I came across such a beautiful piece of local art. Let me get to the bottom of this quickly. I'm willing to buy this from you for 1 golden pound, which is a very fair price for such a piece. What do you say?
You know, Joseph, I'm beginning to like your strange hobby of collecting creepy handicrafts. Let's finish this quickly before you change your mind. All right, I'm rich. Not rich enough to get to Kanta, though. I guess that's about it for now.
You take care, my friend.
so we got 1 golden coin instead of 4. And let's head to the beach. We pick up the bottle. No point in looking at it, we can use the corkscrew right away.
Got it open.
And we can check the message.
Stuck in a faraway island. Help us, please. The scroll is signed by Sam and Ali. The poor little kids didn't know the tide was not in their favor.
And collect the back tin.
The cheap substitute for Actin. Now that I don't have Actin anymore, I'm gonna use this instead.
We enter the cave. And now we can pick up the fish, which is dying.
Fish!
And so we will use it with the blanket with the snow to preserve it.
There, this should preserve my fish fresh and good. It has been a while now, and I feel it's about time it rained in the Indian village.
And time to go back to the village.
By the name of Atasha, he is here by himself.
What?
Brothers, come quick. The bad Pale Man is here. Come and arrest the bad paleface before he runs away.
Well, well. Here comes our grand thief and big culprit.
Good lord! What's come over you, Chief? What's the meaning of all this?
We don't like pale faces when they play innocent. We actually don't like pale faces at all times. You did a very good job for a pale face. But you can't mess with sons of the sun. No one can. Now tell us, paleface, where did you hide our precious sacred scroll?
What? They found out about me. But how?
That paleface will stay with us and won't go anywhere until our real sacred scroll has been safely returned to the hand of our master.
And let's use this flyer with the eclipse.
Yup, pale man. Time is running out.
I've seriously got more important issues to handle right now than a full sun eclipse that is going to happen today. Oh my god! I got it! Enough of it, Chief! You either let me free this very moment, or...
Ha! Or what, man of the pale skin?
Either this, or I will summon the powers of darkness to forever suck the light of your sun and leave you in eternal darkness.
Are all jokes of your people as bad as that one man of the pale face?
A joke, you say? Well then, better see than hear. Eshrathorama, Beyushota! Oh, the powers of darkness! Let the sun be hidden and its light be gone! Oh, powers of darkness! Take the light of the sun! Take the light of the sun! Eshrathorama, Beyushota!
In heaven's name, what is happening? How could you do this?
It doesn't matter how I could do that, as much as what will happen to you if you fail to obey the wishes of your great ones and listen to what I have to say.
That's madness. No man of pale face can ever tell sons of sun how to.
I said shut up and listen! First of all, you will keep your stupid spears away from me. Then I will consider forgiving you.
I see that's already been taken care of.
Next, you will never again call me anything but Son of the Great Ones. You will also forever forget about that scroll thing. I've been sent by the Great Ones with the gift of a newer edition of the Great Testament, so you'd better accept it with thanks for your own sake. And one more thing, Chief. I'm sorry to tell you that I've heard a very disappointing report from the Great Ones about you. From now on, you will take baths on a daily basis, unless you want the Great Ones to be very angry with you.
Okay.
Now that's more like it.
I thought your guards wouldn't mind me taking some water from the bowl.
So we've got the fresh water. It's inside the bottle.
The bottle is now filled with ultimately fresh water.
Take the cut paper. You will examine it.
I found it in the Indians' village after getting away. Since it isn't likely to belong to the Indians themselves, it must have been dropped by my mysterious enemy, whoever he or she is.
So it's a paper about noodles. And let's go back to the village. And into the restaurant.
Thanks, John. I think that's enough.
So we talked to John so that he stops the music and give the cut paper to William.
William, what can you tell me about this?
Tin's noodles, is it yours?
No, I found it dropped on the ground. Do you know where I can find more?
You probably can. Tin's noodles were so popular and the demand was so huge. The last shipment of this item was fully consumed a few weeks ago. Yet, you can try asking in the dock for more information, because that's where the merchant receives the items that come in on shipments.
We exit the tavern, and now we show the captain the paper.
Have you seen this before?
Of course I have. Every now and then I ship a few boxes of this from Kanta Island.
So where do I find it?
I doubt you will. The last shipment was a while ago and it's so goddamn popular that the people finished it off. Imagine this. One of them approached me directly, arguing he was buying in wholesale quantities.
Really? Who was that person?
The lighthouse keeper. He alone purchased nearly 1/4 of my last shipment. I was told he stored this long-life food in his attic in the lighthouse to easily prepare food while on duty.
And now we have the clue. We leave town, we go to the beach again. With the boat, and
Here
we
we
go
go.
to the lighthouse. Let's start examining the items.
I can use this with a match to light the stove.
A match?
I have no time to play around with stuff. Just as I heard in the town, there's plenty of tinned noodles in the lighthouse keeper's attic. This is not the right time to eat noodles.
Let's go to the roof and check the stove.
There's much coal inside in good condition. I have no time to play around with stuff.
So if we go outside, go back to the shore.
What the?
Hey, Joyfess, need a ride? Seems like your boat has suddenly gone out of service.
Simon! So it was you all this time? I don't get it. Why did you have to bring me here if you'd planned to force me to stay in the Indians' village?
Because you ruined my plan by turning the eclipse to your advantage. And I have to admit that I was impressed. That was very intelligent coming from you. But to say that I brought you here is a bit of an overstatement. It was rather you who kept investigating after I carelessly dropped a small piece of paper on the ground. You just don't know when to quit, and I only did what was necessary to welcome you properly when you came to visit.
Oh, I see now. So that rabbit on the mountaintop was your doing, and the fake signboard in the jungle too.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot for the free information near the barn, Joyfess. Turning that old signboard to point in the wrong direction gave me all the time I needed to implement my little plan. Then the rabbit would take care of the rest. I really laughed so hard when I imagined the look on your face the moment your eyes set on my rabbit doing its business.
So you intend to win with grilled cowtails, don't you? Not bad.
I know. Wasn't it obvious who took those tails from poor James into a simpleton like you? It's cowtail soup, Joyfess, one of the most popular dishes nowadays. Nothing but an original Martin could stand in my way. Now that that's been taken care of, it's only a matter of time before I hold that first place cooking prize in my hands. Which isn't a bad way to pay back your debt.
I never owed you anything, Simon, and never will.
Oh yeah? What about the rain staff then? I still don't know how you found it, but didn't you wonder why it was there? Tell me, what would the rain staff be doing on the White Peak when the natives never set foot up there?
I have no idea what you're talking about. The staff of rain was in the caves.
So that's how it happened. It fell down there, and I spent all that time searching for it in the wrong place.
Don't tell me you're somehow involved in the story of the staff too.
Very perceptive of you, Joyfess, but I'm not going to disappoint you. That's exactly how it is. A few months back, I happened to be exploring the western jungles beneath the White Peak when, guess who I ran into? The native Indian hunters. I saw them, but they didn't see me. Their chief was carrying his rain staff and holding it close to his chest. I kept following them for a while until their attention was totally fixed on a catch in the jungles. I didn't know the fate of the poor beast because something else caught my notice, the chief's staff. He dropped it when the tribe went to hunt down their prey, and I had all the time in the world to run with it.
I still don't see how that explains why the staff should be left on the White Peak.
Now is when we get to that. The reason is that I couldn't take the risk of carrying that valuable item all the way back to the town and then keeping it at home with me. I had to leave it in a nearby place, one that was safe from the natives themselves, and what place was better than White Peak? It's very close to the western jungles, in the opposite direction of the natives' trail and in a spot they will never think of. And it's very easy to find the staff whenever I want it back. Or so I thought, at least. But somehow, it found its way to the caves beneath the White Peak, where you found it.
I've never been able to comprehend your interest in making others miserable by taking away their valuable stuff.
That's because you're getting the wrong end of the stick.
What stick are you talking about?
It's a metaphor, you idiot. Let me rephrase that in a language you can understand. You're looking at it from the wrong perspective. It's not about upsetting others. It's about changing their misery into happiness, as you call yourself a hero and take all the credit. But it just so happened that I only risked everything when you alone reaped all the benefits. And I have to correct that mistake.
Apparently you forgot to check the cabinets in the Keeper's attic before you trapped me here. Luckily, you won't have me killed with all the food in my hands.
Kill you? Who said I wanted to kill you? No, Joyfess. I want you to live as long as you can to witness your own defeat over and over. A dead rival is no rival. Now, if you'll excuse me, Joyfess, I really want to help, but I have no time to waste. I've got a best cook first prize waiting for me. Ciao.
And we're stuck here for the time being. Let's check the boat.
I won't be able to use the boat until I find a way to plug that hole.
And going back into the lighthouse. And we can use the noodles with the encyclopedia.
You don't really think this is a kind of food, do you? Just kidding. Let's see what the cooking encyclopedia has to say about this. Well, that's an interesting story right there.
And the passage we need is near the end. They become unchewable, rubber-like, if you cook them with starch. And so we pick the matchbox, use it on the stove.
The fire instantly died out, as if...
Or first go to the roof, get some coal.
Some coal might be useful.
So, from the beginning, use the coal on the stove.
the stove now has fuel in it.
Now the matches.
A small flame is lit. I doubt it'll last long.
And lastly, the fire bellow.
It worked! Now we have fire.
Now let's pick up the noodles. Cut them. We put them in, and we put the starch in.
Wait for it. Wait for it. There!
I made it! I finally managed to make sticky noodles.
And let's go back to the shore, use the sticky noodles on the hole.
It worked! Time to catch my ship before it's too late. But this cannot be. Is that ship? Oh no! One of the ships seems to be moving already. I must be too late. No, no, no! This is not happening! Not after all I went through! Why did you have to leave so early? Why?
But it's almost over. Not yet.
Seems you're going through hard, emotional times.
Huh? You're still here?
Of course I'm here. Where else would I be?
Well, apparently I was looking at the wrong ship. Seems like I'm going to go to Kanta Island after all. Nothing can ruin my day now. What's that noise coming from the restaurant?
I once won a fight. 1 versus 5. I was with the 5, though.
That was one of the best jokes I've ever heard. No way, no way!
And let's give the gold coin to the captain.
Look, ever since talking to you, I've been running like crazy till I finally got this golden pound for you. I remember our deal, and am willing to do anything you ask to make up for the missing 3 pounds.
1 pound out of 4. I guess we're traveling a quarter of the distance before dropping you in the middle of the ocean.
But...
Just kidding. You don't need to afford the 4 pounds anymore, lad. Now you got company. Hurry up and get on board.
company?
You heard it. That single golden pound will now take you as far as Kanta. 5 other travelers have joined our trip.
Oh god, this is amazing! But wait, 4 pounds divided by 6 isn't 1 pound each. John?
And this is the end, folks. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Great art style, funny dialogues, good puzzles. I hope you liked it too. And I'll see you very soon because there are a lot of adventure games coming out. So until then, have a great time.